Want to lose weight faster without counting calories? Intermittent fasting is the key. What if the real fat-burning secret isn't in what's on your plate, but in the space between your meals? Today, we're diving into the surprising power of intermittent fasting and how it can help you shed weight fast. This isn't a crash diet. It's not about starving. It's a whole new way to think about eating that flips the script on everything you thought you knew. So stick around, because by the end of this video you'll know exactly how to use this tool to supercharge your fat-burning hormones, flatten your belly, and finally take control of your weight. Let's start with a simple truth. Intermittent fasting is not a diet. It doesn't tell you what to eat. It's a pattern of eating and not eating. It's not about calories or cutting portion sizes. It's about changing the timing of your meals. That's it. And that's what we're going to break down today. So why would anyone want to do this? Here's the deal. Intermittent fasting activates two of the most powerful hormones in your body, the ones that play a major role in how you gain or lose weight. The first one is growth hormone. Think of it as your body's natural fat burner and anti-aging elixir. Out of the 6 fat-burning hormones in your system, growth hormone is the heavyweight champ. It helps protect your muscles, build lean body mass, and most importantly, melt away fat. The second big player here is insulin. Now, insulin isn't bad, but in excess, it's the reason you store fat. It's the hormone that locks fat inside your body and keeps you from losing weight. If insulin levels are high, your body simply can't burn fat. In fact, insulin dominates so powerfully, it shuts down growth hormone entirely. So if you're holding on to belly fat that just won't budge, odds are, insulin is to blame. Take a look at someone with a noticeable belly. Chances are they've got too much insulin floating around. That's the gut hormone. And if you want to lose fat, you've got to get that insulin down and let your growth hormone do its job. Here's where intermittent fasting becomes your secret weapon. It directly targets insulin resistance, a problem where your body pumps out way more insulin than it needs. This happens when your cells stop responding to insulin properly. It's like trying to talk to someone with earbuds in. They can't hear you, so you raise your voice. That's what your pancreas does. It just sends more insulin down the line, and your body ends up overloaded with insulin even though your cells are starved of it. This creates a nasty imbalance. Low insulin where it's needed and sky-high insulin in your bloodstream. That's a recipe for prediabetes and a whole host of metabolic problems. But here's the good news. Intermittent fasting helps correct this, and you don't have to go from zero to hardcore overnight. This is something you ease into. Think of it like leveling up in a game. You start easy and gradually build your way toward advanced fat-burning mode. Alright, let's get started. Most people eat 5 or 6 times a day. Breakfast, snack, lunch, another snack, dinner, and maybe even dessert. That's a lot of eating, isn't it? And here's the thing. Every time you eat, you spike insulin. And it's not just with carbs. Even healthy snacks, even just a handful of nuts, eating anything raises insulin. And the body isn't built to graze all day long. So here's the first step. Shift to 3 meals a day, no snacks. That alone starts reducing your insulin spikes. And now, to make this work, you'll need to eat enough fat in each meal to stay full till the next one. That's really key. We're not cutting food, we're just spacing it out. Remember, this video isn't about what to eat, it's about when to eat. So once you're steady on 3 solid meals with no snacking, it's time to level up again. Now we enter what's called the 16-8 window, 16 hours of fasting, followed by an 8-hour eating window. Let's say you wake up at 6 in the morning. Don't eat right away. Wait at least 4 hours. That means your first meal is at 10 a.m. and your last one should be around 6 p.m. This gives your body a solid overnight stretch, plus those critical morning hours where you're burning fat non-stop. That's when your body really taps into those fat reserves and starts melting them down. It's like giving your system a break from insulin so your growth hormone can finally kick in. Now, maybe before, you were eating from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., That's 12 hours of insulin spikes and barely any real fasting. Shifting to a tighter 8-hour window changes the game. You're giving your body more time to actually burn fat, not just store it. Ready to take it even further? Let's go to the next level, the 24 plan. That's 20 hours of fasting with just a 4-hour eating window. This is advanced mode, but the fat-burning potential is huge. Imagine this. You skip breakfast and lunch, then eat your first meal at 1 p.m., and your second and final meal at 5 p.m. And now, you've got just 4 hours to eat, and a massive 20-hour window for pure fat burning. You're not just losing water weight, you're tapping into deep fat stores, especially around your belly. Now, if you pair that with some intermittent high-intensity workouts, like short bursts of exercise during your fasting window, you're turning the fat-burning dial to max. That's the magic combo. I'd call it the cherry on top, but we're skipping dessert today. Of course, this kind of transformation doesn't happen overnight. If your metabolism's been wrecked by extreme dieting, like those 500-calorie crash diets or hormone drops, you're gonna need time. This isn't about jumping straight to 24, it's about building your way there, and that takes patience. Don't be surprised if the transition from constant snacking to 3 meals takes a few weeks. Moving to the 16-8 pattern might take another month or two, and for hitting the 20-4 plan, that could take 3 months or longer. And that's totally fine. It's not a race, it's a reset. The key is listening to your body. You shouldn't feel lightheaded, irritable, or foggy. If you do, slow down and add more healthy fats. Give yourself time to adjust. The goal isn't to suffer, it's to train your body to run on fat instead of sugar. Once you get there though, it's like flipping a switch. You're not just losing weight, you're burning fat like a machine. And best of all, you're not trapped in some joyless, flavorless diet. You're just finally working with your body instead of against it. So that's the power of intermittent fasting. It's simple and natural, and if you follow it step by step, from 3 meals a day to 16, 8 plan, and then move to 24, it can absolutely transform your body. Subscribe for more simple health tips you can actually use.